Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today with all of you. And thank you to the Toronto Global Forum. It's an important opportunity for us to advance not only the priorities of the forum, but also our government. Namely, I would say facilitating discussions on key topics about providing opportunities for stakeholders, speakers, business leaders, and ultimately connecting to grow our economy. Promoting this work within the Greater Toronto Area and beyond is essential to our government's work to ignite this province's economy. And it's also a pleasure to finally be back here in person with everybody. I'm so used to seeing the Hollywood squares, so it's a great change and a testament to everyone here, especially during this pandemic, stepping up following public health guidelines so we can get back to a sense of normal. So thank you, all of you, for doing that. And you know, while we know that the Greater Toronto Area here plays an important role in driving Ontario's pivotal plans for recovery, this province, the cities, as it is the economic engine of our province, it is only by supporting our manufacturing sectors, increasing investment and trade, preparing for sustainable growth and job creation across communities in every corner of our province that we will arrive on the other side of this pandemic and once again build Ontario. One of the many aspects that make Toronto a world-class city and home to a world-class business and business investment is its diversity and inclusivity. Myself, as the first urban-wearing cabinet minister in Ontario's history, this is something that is very close to my heart. I'm the proud son of immigrants from Punjab, India. My parents came to this country for a better life. And when I think of my experience growing up here in Ontario, I recognize the privilege of living a Made in Ontario success story. And it's really inspired me to ensure that future generations of Ontarians have that same opportunity to succeed. Toronto's inclusivity is an integral part of our competitive workforce, which powers our province's economic engine. Our government recognizes that inclusive capitalism involves providing equal opportunities, leading to equitable outcomes for all Ontarians. And that's why in our fall economic statement unveiled last week, we committed millions of dollars in investing in the Women's Future program to help women further develop the skills needed to participate in the workforce. We also invested over $5 million in supports for Indigenous, Black, racialized female entrepreneurs to advance economic opportunity and racial equity. By providing people with access to opportunities and resources to do business, work, and invest in Ontario, we can remove the barriers that prevent them participating in capitalism and in our competitive marketplace, and build an economy that all Ontarians can benefit from. Empowering people and businesses is what first inspired me to join politics as an MPP for Brampton South, and also became the essence of my motivation in my previous role as Associate Minister of Small Business and Red Tape Reduction. And that inspiration continues to influence the work that I do as the President of the Treasury Board for the province of Ontario. In a nutshell, I'm responsible for managing our province's spending. It's my job to ensure that we're directing tax dollars to the vital programs and services that Ontarians rely on every day. And also to ensure that we're using those dollars in the most effective, efficient way possible. And this work is critical in delivering our government's top priorities, like protecting the health and safety of Ontarians, making life more affordable, delivering world-class public services, and growing our long-term economy over the long term. And while we recognize that the pandemic has had a devastating impact on all of us, we have made hard-won progress against COVID-19 thanks to the tireless efforts and resiliency of Ontarians. And this will help enable laying the foundation for long-term prosperity here in Ontario. One point that I cannot stress enough is that Ontario's success will be sustained by growth and expanded opportunities, not tax hikes or spending cuts. And as we look forward to the work ahead, we are a government that is going to continue to say yes. Yes to getting shovels in the ground, yes to building highways, roads, infrastructure, transit, broadband infrastructure, and yes to building Ontario into the best place to do business, work, or raise a family. Realizing our collective potential means setting up Ontario's youth, hardworking families, job creators for success, and building stronger and more vibrant communities across the province. And that work has already begun. We've invested in digitizing businesses with over $57 million in the Digital Main Street program that helped 23,000 businesses go digital and support 1,400 jobs for students across the province. We're adding an additional $40 million to this to help digitize our economy. In the fall economic statement, we announced further supports for our youth, especially in the sectors of mental health. We announced more than $1.6 billion to make sure our youth continue to be safe in the schools that they use. Of course, we know that there is much more to do across the province. And for Ontario to seize this opportunity, we must build a province that works better for people, smarter for business, and more effectively for communities. Now is our time to remove the barriers to success and build bridges to opportunities by supporting technological innovation and increasing the inclusion of women and diverse and Indigenous communities in business, by supporting economic and social development and connecting young people to opportunities, and by also supporting entry into the skilled trades. All of these opportunities will better position Ontario to fulfill its potential and restore our competitive advantage. By investing in Ontario's opportunities today, we're helping to build a better province for the people of Ontario tomorrow. And to protect our progress and take hold of what is in front of us, we need to continue listening to Ontarians. Which brings me back to why I'm so pleasured and honored to be here today, to hear from all of you and take the first step in shaping the future of our province together, because we want to build a better Ontario, and we know we can't do it alone. Thank you so much for having me.